Okay, hello everyone. So I think it's streaming right now. Yeah, so this is just like a quick live. It's not the usual time. It's already like 10:56 here, which is kind of late. But yes, this is there were some issues that I had with my laptop, so I had to do it now. And yeah, this is just mostly to see if there's any questions or if I can answer any question or yeah, like users have any questions. Um, Let me. Okay, let me share this. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to X and I'll go to profile. Oh no, never mind. Just wanna post something here. So like right now, join. Uh, okay, yeah. So let me just go here, do the same thing. No, I need the preview here. Just delete this. Okay, so now we're live. Don't forget to follow me on X and also on LinkedIn. So it's just my name in both. So it's just my name on LinkedIn, and here the username is BALT1794. So to just dive right into this, I don't have an infographic today. I don't have any resume to reviews. So let's just talk about a little bit. Let's just talk a little bit more about resignation letters, how to create one. Is it necessary to create one if you're looking to leave your job and or you're already looking for another job, you're ready to make the jump or whatever. Maybe you're gonna I don't know, focus on your startups, or you're gonna focus on a different venture like a personal venture or whatever. You might need like a resignation letter, right? And I'm gonna have an infographic and then I'll share it. But as of right now, I have like a tool. Like if you go to resumeboostai.com, you can go to tools, and this is completely free, by the way. So you just go to free resignation letter generator. So you can come here, and this will generate like a resignation letter for you. For some of there's like a template here that you can use. It's free as well. So if I open this one, you'll see that this has the date. Oh, where is it? Just went away. Okay, so where is it? I think it went away. I don't know where it went. Okay, have it here. Yeah. So here you can look at the date. So you can it has to have the date, the company. I just put Google, the company address, city, state, and zip code, and then just you can just refer to the person that you maybe your manager or whoever you report to, and then this is just like a very like there's just not many formats. It's just like in a standard format. Of course, you can write your own, but this is like a good starting point. Okay, so I'm writing to formally resign from my position as, and then you give the position at the company, and then you say effective 2 weeks from today. My last working day will be that, which is already calculated automatically using the resignation letter generator, but you can also use this template. And if you want to do your own writing here, and you just want to express your gratitude. You just want to say that you're grateful for the opportunity, and everything else. But yeah, that's basically the meat of it. And yeah, as I transition to a new chapter of my career, I will do everything with Hanover. And then you also want to state that you're responsible for the people, not for the people that are coming in, but like, because you're not going to stay there for to train them, but like that you're responsible for living in good terms, and maybe finishing all of the projects that you're working on, and then you can move on. Or if you want, of course it's your choice. If you want to leave right now, if you want to leave right now and don't say anything or don't do anything, then you can just leave. No one is gonna hold you against your will. But I think it's a good practice to actually just leave like a lasting impression, just leave like a good impression, because sometimes maybe you might come back to that job, or maybe you go to a different job and it's not what you think, and then you want to come back. So you always want to leave the door open, right? So I would say just try to be professional, just try to hand over all the responsibilities that you might have, or just finish everything that you were working on before you leave. In that way, you're not like a burden to the company, right? Or you don't put them behind in schedule or anything like that, and they can keep going without you. But yes, you want to be responsible in that sense. And then just say thank you. And this is just like a good way to leave a place. Once again, not necessary, it's not mandatory. It's just like a nice gesture that you can have with the company that gave you a job, a paycheck. And of course, you're exchanging your time and your effort for money, right? But that's how it usually is. But they didn't have to hire you. Maybe there are some people that you like in the company, maybe there are some people that you don't like, but in the end they gave you the opportunity. So you always want to express gratitude, okay? At least that's how I see it. So yes, so you can use this template, and here just your position, thank you once again, and then your name and all of that. And yeah, here you can just come here, you just have to log in. This is completely free once again. And let me share this with someone here. It's asking me for the link. Yeah, so as I said, you can just come here. It's just Resume Boost AI Resignation Letter Generator. And no, yeah, I think I shared it here, right? Yeah, so resignation letter, and here you maybe like a company, so we'll just put Google again, just give a company, today's date, so today is Thursday, April 3rd, so we can just be like Thursday, April 3rd, like that. And then your name, so I'll just put my name, the manager's name. Once again, I'm just gonna make this up. And then the job title. Yeah, the job title, I'll say that I was a developer one, or that I'm a developer one, okay? And then you just say generate resignation letter. And once again, this is completely free. And you come here, there is an issue already. Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, that's on my side. Maybe see what's going on. Okay, no, everything's okay. You just hanged on me. Let's just try it again. Okay, so that was on me. And here we'll just put the same date that we just put a second ago. And then we'll just say this, manager's name. Here you just say developer one once again. Dan Schultz or something like that. Schultz, okay. Generate resignation letter. Okay, now it's working. Not sure what happened before, but yes, here it's just doing this. But yeah, just put it in quotes. But you can just download this or just copy this to a Word document, and you have it. And once again, Google the company address. This is the same one that I showed you. So this template is based on this. So you'll get something similar. So it says 2 weeks from today and then it gives you like the exact date when you're leaving. The decision was not an easy one. During my tenure at Google, I had the privilege of working. So you want to say like some of the things that you enjoy while you were at the company, maybe, and then all of this. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Once again, resignation letter. It's not mandatory. It's a nice to have. It's something that looks professional, and as I said, you want to leave any company in good terms, and you want to leave the door open because maybe you don't know if you wanna, maybe in the future you would want to come back or something like that. So yeah, and then you can come here and just copy it and then just paste it on a Word document, or you can just download this template and you can start just editing it. Okay. All right. So that's it for resignation letters. As I said, pretty useful, pretty nice to have if you're leaving a job. And now let's just talk about this article that I just came upon. And this article says that, let me show you this one. 2014. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so in this article, so it talks about like the top programming languages from 2014 to 2024. Well, it's 2014, I think. Yeah, so it's ranked by the number of users contributing to projects in each language. So which one is more popular in this case, right? So you can see that here, no, I cannot do that. Maybe let me just download this. I think it will be better. Yeah, so it looks way better here. Let me just go here. Okay. All right. Yeah. So here. Yeah. So the programming languages, the top 10 programming languages from 14 to 2024. And we can see that the most popular one is Python, and it's been going up since 2015. When I started to learn how to program, I started with Python, and it was in 2013. So it's been already like 10 years or 11, 12 years. Yeah, and yeah, as you can see, its popularity has increased, and right now it's the number one most popular programming language. I stopped programming in Python just because I discovered JavaScript, which is the second programming language here, which has been like number one all of these years, and then it just went down. It's just one position right now, it's second, but it's still very popular, and you can do a lot of things that you cannot do with Python with JavaScript. And most of the frameworks and some of the things, like if you want to build websites, which is what I wanted to do, I had to switch from Python to JavaScript just because Python, it was just a little bit limited when it came to building websites. Of course, you have Django, which is like a web framework to do just that. But at the same time, I just felt with JavaScript, I had more like flexibility, if that makes sense. And that's why I've switched to JavaScript. And I use React with TypeScript, and that's the third language that we have here, which is just start here. You can see that it went up, very popular. It stayed and then it went up, and now it's kind of the de facto, right? So they use a lot of TypeScript. They usually do like React with TypeScript, and that's the one that I do. So React with TypeScript. So I use these two a lot. Python, I haven't used it lately. I do it just for like, I think Python is good for scripts, and if you want to create like cron jobs, if you want to automate stuff, right? JavaScript, you can also do that with Node in JavaScript, but I usually use JavaScript and TypeScript for web applications. The fourth language is Java. Java, I don't know much about Java. I programmed in Java before. I've taken a few courses, but it was very popular. That's why I didn't start with Java, but this was the one that that I got like a lot in school, that I was taught a lot. So it was just Java, and everything was in Java. That's why I have some knowledge on it. yeah, right now it's fourth. It's still very relevant, and a lot of companies use it, right? So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is C sharp, which is also very popular nowadays. And usually C sharp is very popular for, I would say, companies like big companies. And, like if you go to work somewhere in, I don't know, like any company, usually they use .NET, C sharp. Most of the companies that I worked at as a software engineer, they haven't used any modern applications like JavaScript, Python. Of course, they do it, but like minimal. There's like minimal amount of work related to those languages. Most of the tasks and most of the legacy code is written in Java or C sharp. That's why you need to, and C++ as well. That's why I'm not surprised that these are very popular here still. Java, C sharp, and C++, just because most of the websites and all of these corporate websites and everything has been written long time ago, maybe in the 2000s, and that's why they're still written in these three languages. So it's always good to know them as well. So C sharp is the one that I've encountered the most. C++ a little bit as well, but C sharp because they have like the .NET framework, which is it's like a framework that uses C sharp. That's why. Java, once again, it's taught in school a lot. We have a lot of so we have that. PHP, it's been going down since 2014, but at the same time, I think it's still relevant. It's used like across the board, across the web. 40% of everyone uses this stat, right? 40% of the web is powered by PHP. So for most of, if you look like a WordPress, right? So a lot of people who don't know how to program or they want to build a website and they just wanna, they don't wanna get into the weeds. They don't wanna, get into all of this nonsense of like object or oriented programming and stuff like that, and they just wanna build a website right away. They just need like a website. Maybe they're like I don't know. Maybe they're like what's a good example? Maybe just I wouldn't say students, but maybe they're just people that do something completely different, right? So maybe they have like a grocery store or something like that, and they just want like a website for their grocery store. Or they just have like a bakery, and they just want like a website for a bakery. So in that case, they don't have time they already have like a business that they have to run, so they don't have time for learning like programming languages and anything like that from scratch. That's why they go to PHP. Because why? Because PHP or WordPress is powered by PHP. So WordPress is super easy to learn. It's just like a drag and drop. It's like a builder with blocks and all of that. So it's just drag and drop blocks, and you don't have to see any of the code, and you can get away with doing a lot of things without seeing any of the source code. But the source code is written in PHP, which is why most of the people still use this, and because a lot of people who are now like technical use PHP. That's why. Okay, then we have Shell. I don't know much about Shell. I didn't even know that there was like a language called Shell, to be honest. But yes, I don't know much about that. C, it's just like it's like C sharp and C++, so it's just like it's still popular, but not as popular as you can see here. And then we have Go. So Go, it's a source instead of GitHub, it says GitHub. Okay. Go. So Go, I haven't tried it, but I think it's gaining a lot of popularity. It's a language developed by Google. They have like garbage collection in Go. It's like a feature that I've heard over and over again. I think it's very popular, but I haven't tried it. I cannot speak about Go too much, but I think it's gaining a lot of popularity, like TypeScript it was before. And I know who was it? I think it's TypeScript. I think they use Go now, or they have integrated Go or something like that. So just to make TypeScript more efficient. So yeah, it's definitely gaining a lot of popularity, and and TypeScript uses it, and TypeScript is like the third programming language there. So I think it might be a good thing to learn if you wanna get into programming. Okay, Ruby on Rails. So I used it before, not too much. I found it kind of confusing. I know there's like a lot of people that use it. I think it's losing its following, and most of the people who use them, maybe they'll just stick to it. But I don't know much about Ruby on Rails, so I cannot speak about it. But I had like a few tests where I had to, or interviews where I had to program in Ruby on Rails, and it was a long time ago, so I can't remember much of it. But yeah, Object C, I think I did in school a couple of times. Not much, but I don't have much info about that. Well, yeah, these are the top programming languages on GitHub. Based on GitHub, it's a source GitHub, but maybe that's like a misspell or something. But yeah, if you're trying to get into programming, I would say try to stick with the top 3, because these are the ones that have the most resources, and there are resources for all of them, but these are the most popular ones, and most of the people build using them. So build like projects and examples and stuff like that using them. That's why you'll find like a lot of content and a lot of like resources, for those languages. But if you want to learn Java, C#, C++, you can also do that, because that's going to be good for your resume, because most of the companies, as I said, like if you're trying to get like a 9 to 5, they use Java, C#, C++, so it will be like a plus as well. And even PHP, if you want to learn PHP, you'll have like plenty of opportunities out there for like WordPress opportunities, like WordPress developer opportunities, because there's like a lot of them as well, of WordPress, or like websites built using WordPress. So by default you'll need to know PHP. Shell C, I would say you can just disregard those. Object C as well. And Go, I think Go is like a good thing to learn. I think it's gonna gain a lot of popularity. Hopefully Google maintains it like a long time, and it can reach the levels of TypeScript. But I think it's gaining a lot of popularity, and if you wanna maybe learn one of these and then Go at the same time, I think it will be like a safe choice for the future. And then Ruby on Rails, I think it's losing popularity, as you can see here as well. So maybe it's not worth learning, but it's really up to you. Like if you like it, you can also stick to this. And yeah, I think that's it. Those are my thoughts on this graph. I just wanted to talk about something different, and you can see here, like it's just changed a lot between JavaScript, Java, PHP, Python. PHP was the third most popular in 2014. It's lost some of its following, but it's still very popular. I can guarantee you that. Oh, see here it's the Python. Yeah, it is here. See, projects. Yeah, it is GitHub. So it's a graph that's from GitHub themselves, I guess. Let's see. Here, no, it's not this one. Yeah, and there are more things here that you can on GitHub. Here, yeah, see, this is the same graph. They just made it in a different way. But yeah, we have Python, it's going up, JavaScript, TypeScript, Java, C#, and all of them. Go. And yeah, JavaScript still ranks first for code. And this is just like a graph of like the most popular programming languages on GitHub, based on contributions and what people are building and companies are building. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just put this in the description, and maybe you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, and then maybe you can explore. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you'd like to see on the videos, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll appreciate it. This is like a quick live, and I'll see you on the next one. I'll come prepare for something completely different, but yeah, let me know what you'd like me to make videos about. And yeah, that's it. I'll appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel, share it with other people, and don't forget to follow me on my social media. Thank you. Bye.